Say hi to everybody out there in TV land.
Working? Hello?
It's
Working? Hello?
okay. There we go.
Alright, welcome to the Streamyards test stream.
Yeah, I guess I goofed the spelling.
Streamyards test stream.
Yeah, I guess
Turn that off.
Yeah. Okay. Now we need to enter a link in the posted comments, I guess. So how do we do that?
What do you mean?
I want to post a link so people can join. Hey, Connell, how's it going, man? Trying to figure out how to post a link so you can come on in and join us. How's that sound?
Didn't I already tell you how to do that?
Yeah, well, I don't know where the
link is.
Yeah. Hope you're doing it good out there, folks. Keep your fingers crossed for us so we can get this going. Oh, invite. Okay, they can't actually read the send. Okay, where will it show up? You just joined from your device. Okay, you guys can hear us? Connell, got it? Why don't you join us as soon as you get the chance, just to see how the hell we're doing? Because it looks like we're 5x5 all the way around here. I can't actually watch it on my YouTube, or can I? No, suddenly I have no connection. That's gay. Go ahead. If we have 3 people watching, I guess that's all just us. Thanks for playing along, folks. It's been kind of a long, hot, sweaty day. As you can tell, we just got back from a nice bike ride and shopping and goofing off and had a nice lunch. Okay, pull that up. No, jump in. Just see what happens. I'm curious. Oh, you got to give yourself a name. Give me 12 minutes. I just on. Okay, Connell. Just give yourself your usual name. So far this looks like everything's rolling pretty smooth. A lot easier than I would have thought. But
it's not too difficult.
No, it shouldn't be. I mean, we're in the modern age. We've been watching modern age movies all week, all month actually, and actually we'll have a pretty cool. Okay, stop. You're trying to break the internet.
You told me to do it, all right?
Turn the volume down, because that's going to kill everybody on the internet. They're going to think we're sending out our mind control waves, trying to take over the country or something. But it's not playing live here. Why is that? Okay, there we go. All right, a little bit of a delay. It's not playing live here. Why is that?
You're breaking it.
Yeah, I'm breaking the internet. 12 minutes. Oh my God, we're gonna have to babble on for 12 minutes. Should have brought some water. But why aren't you there?
You need to.
Oh, because you did this. Hey.
No, that's not.
Yeah. Oh, hey, there we go.
This is
awkward, embarrassing.
Why is there 2 cameras?
Because you have a camera there. And
no, why? What? Why?
Why not? Why ask why? That looks great. I wish I could save that picture.
No,
Give me the side eye.
you can't actually.
I can't give you the side eye?
No, you can save the picture, but don't. Don't do it.
Because this is so weird.
I wonder why.
Because we've never done it before, and we're on TV being goofballs. I know it's not real TV, but you know,
Okay, I don't like nothing about that.
it's okay. Make it. Oh, no, we left the stream.
There's two.
Wonder if anybody else out there is actually watching our nonsenses. Yeah, I wonder if I get this.
Don't do that.
Are you sure? Because
Yes, I am 100% sure.
and
Jeffrey.
why exactly 12 minutes, Connell? That's kind of weird. Exactly 12 minutes. Is that how long it takes him to? I'm not going to say what I was thinking because he's just trying to. Don't say it.
Wait. Oh no! What did you do? What did you?
I just hit the like button.
No, you did something.
The volume's down. That was
There? Okay, I
as
fixed
soon
it.
as Connell comes in, he'll show up there. We'll add him, and we'll take over the internet, the three of us, and conquer the world, as my friend used to say. So you having a good summer vacation so far?
Yeah.
Except for all the cringy moments like now?
Don't.
I could go on for the next 8 minutes until Connell gets here.
No, leave.
Well, you could try, but I could just grab you and throw you back in the chair.
Um.
But I won't do that because that's some sort of parental abuse or something. But this is cool. This is cool. I think this will work because so far, even a monkey can do it. Gray-haired, bearded monkey like myself, pretty much got most of it figured out so far. This will actually be cool because we could do this from the desert.
The desert.
Yeah, or the gun show, or any other kind of on-the-go sort of thing we might want to do.
All right.
Well, it says you can do it as long as we've got an internet connection. It looks like, which it might be. You know what though? We probably do it on our phones, huh?
No, we actually can't.
What?
Because I said so.
You see this? You see what I get to deal with on a regular basis?
Because I.
Low battery. Uh-oh.
No, I have to leave. No battery left.
Well, it's okay because we just wanted to test. You can turn your phone off.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Turn your phone off. Okay, Travis. Hey, dude. What's happening, bro? You're a couple of weird-looking dudes. You know what? You're right. We are a couple of weird-looking dudes. But I'll tell you what. Hit that link and come show us how weird you're not. Or you are, or, I'm sure you've got a camera. We're going to be doing this regularly. If nobody else is doing this on a Tuesday afternoon, I don't see why we can't have our own little chill streams, especially when the little guy's off at school. I'm sitting here all by my lonesome, just hanging out with the dog. Speaking of, where's the dog? I haven't seen him
Not here.
since we got home. He's moping in some other room because we left him alone for 2 hours.
Sure, he's not outside.
I'm pretty sure he's not outside.
I can.
What's up? How's it going, GCS? I don't do camera. Oh, see, I knew you were going to say that, man. See, so I guess we are the weirdest looking people on the internet right now. Although I bet if we were to look around, we could probably find someone that could top us pretty easily.
Why?
Why? Because it's the internet. Have you been outside lately?
Yeah.
Do you remember that guy in front of us at the dollar store?
No, I don't have.
Green hair.
Don't remember that.
But in a shopping cart full of kids' cereal, it was pretty creepy.
I don't remember that, mainly because I don't pay attention to people at the dollar store.
You're probably better off. But to make things worse, we then went into Walmart after that, and actually the people were pretty normal looking.
Oh, maybe that's so surprising.
Correct. Hey, Man of War, what's happening? Thanks for dropping in, guys. We really appreciate it. You know, it warms the shriveled black heart that supposedly somewhere in here. I haven't seen it lately. Usually I hack it up after a good morning cough, but I just pop it back in. I saw a guy in my small town the other day wearing a shirt and fishnets, a skirt and fishnets. I am really sorry to hear that.
That is awful.
That's
horrendous.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the world in the last couple of years, but I'm really starting to think that a certain guy is right about something being in the water but that would explain a lot though, because I drink nothing but water, so maybe I should keep my mouth shut about the water.
I mean,
when are we getting Shadows of Brimstone Adventures? Geez, I have no idea. I try not to think about it because Shadows of Brimstone is possibly my biggest plastic crack addiction, and I ordered the Warlord and some extras, and it's going on like 4 years now, and I've had since I bought into the original Shadows of Brimstone Adventures Kickstarter, I have backed probably 10 other Kickstarters, including all of the Dungeons and Lasers and all of the Rampart, the Star Schlock. All of those have come in not only early but well ahead of schedule, etc. And not a word. Of course, you know, the guys at Flying Frog don't know how to use the comment section in the Kickstarter, which is just poor form on their part. And, you know, obviously I will back whatever Shadows of Brimstone Kickstarters come down the pipe next time, but I'll probably wait and do it like the late backer way after the fact, because to be honest, I backed Warlord over a year after it, you know, the Kickstarter closed, and I was still able to, you know, buy in for a pretty reasonable price. And, you know, the mountain of plastic we'll get will be, you know, staggering. It probably won't fit all on our table here that we work on in the studio. And I've still got a mountain of Dungeons and Lasers and most of the Star Slot to still paint. And I've got the Next Level Miniature Kickstarter showing up in just a couple of months. We've got the next Dungeons and Lasers showing up in the next couple of months. Or actually, it's supposed to show up this month, supposedly, and then Rampart shortly thereafter. So it, you know, there's a lot of good stuff coming our way. But, you know, I won't lie. Hell, even the Mutant Chronicles came in before Shadows of Brimstone. And that was, you know, a record-breaking, you know, slow-ass turnaround for a Kickstarter. But, you know, they've all been worth it. Every Kickstarter we've backed, except so far the only one that comes close is the Cthulhu Wars Cataclysm, which was just the cat box set that I paid for like a month or a couple of weeks after Shadows of Brimstone, and I'm still waiting on it. Haven't heard a single word for them. Dungeon Universalis, that actually looked like a lot of fun, but it looked like a lot of work just to get a game going. And yeah, I'm actually bidding on a lot of the Spellsinger books on eBay, but I'm going to write this down because I wanted to not only write this one down, Black Company, but there's another one. Let me get a paper. There's another one I want to actually get into, and that was the Bolo series. I've heard a lot of good things about that. If any of you guys have read the Bolo series, chime in and let me know what you guys thought of it. And what was the other one you said? Oh, I can just look here on the other. Glenn Cook. And we're also looking for some ideas for next month. Next month is the little guy's birthday month. He gets to, you know, choose most of the things we're going to cover that month because, you know, it's his birthday. I figured I took the reins in April and did all my absolute favorite stuff. So I figure, you know, it's his birthday month. let him, pick whatever he wants to do, except for the Arduin videos and a couple other videos that I do by myself. But if he's got any ideas, he's going to take the reins on those for the crafts and things like that.
Emphasis on the if.
Yeah, if he can come up with ideas. If not, then we're probably going to do something that he doesn't want to do. So I'm using that, hanging that over his head like the sword of Damocles, in the hopes that he will light a fire under his butt and come up with an idea. But if you guys can think of a monthly theme that you'd like to see us cover, we'll take it under consideration and maybe, Tank Lords. That sounds fun. We'll let him, decide. Isn't David Weber the guy Kai was talking about just yesterday? I think one of his favorite sort of writers or story kind of things that he was talking about yesterday. He went on a big old long thing about what kind of games he likes. Batman Chronicles got new rules. I didn't even know there was such a thing. Big Batman fan from way back. I've got literally hundreds and hundreds of Batman comics in a row, from before the death of Robin up to I think the Azrael kind of stuff that was going on. Piers Anthony wasn't he kind of a comedic writer in the way of sort of Dungeons and Dragons? Didn't he do the God, was it the Myth series? Did a lot of pulp sci-fi books. Okay, if you put the word pulp in front of anything, I'm gonna like it. For a very long time, Pulp Fiction was my favorite movie, but it's not really what I was expecting in the way of pulp. When I think pulp, I think Doc Savage, The Shadow, obviously, and a few other stories, Zorro and things like that. But that's kind of my speed, my jam, if you will. I like that sort of toxic masculinity in the way of my heroes. I don't like some of the things that have been happening lately with some of my old time favorites. And yeah, Xanth. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, and Spell for Chameleon and things like that. That wasn't really. I read a bunch of those books, and back then maybe I was just missing stuff. I was pretty young, and I appreciate humor in the right spots, but unless I'm going into it on purpose, like Board of the Rings or something of that nature, where it's supposed to be ridiculous from the very first second. The Venture Brothers is a good example. I'll buy into that wholeheartedly if that is the case. But if it's like kind of sporadic and not just joke, sometimes it throws me off. Zelazny was like that. He would be real serious, then out of nowhere he would hit you, right where it counts, right below the belt. You know what I'm saying? With something that was just, you either got it and you were on the floor laughing, or you just like, what the heck was that, and just move on. Zelazny is my all-time absolute favorite writer. I can't think of anybody who's been more influential to me, having met him in person and read just about. Was that the dog who just walked in here?
Yes, it was the dog.
What a weird little dog. Just comes in, nudges me, and then says, all right, I'm out of here. But yeah, Zelazny's my favorite, always going to be. That's why I like the Butcher series, the Dresden novels, because he not only was a Zelazny fan, played the Amber Diceless role-playing game, and it obviously influenced him greatly in the Dresden novels. That's why I'm going to be nudging this guy and Connell and all the rest who haven't already read Zelazny.
Except for that one book that you refused to mention.
Right. No, that's my secret favorite absolute book of all time. And I am gonna let you guys know what I'm talking about at some point, probably sooner than later, just because it's kind of silly for me to keep it all to myself. It's a great book, possibly the greatest book ever written, except for a few exceptions. I'm sure you could figure out what I'm talking about there. Yeah, I'm getting old, folks. That's why this guy's got to hurry up and take over so I can retire again. What are you doing? You're just making something out of toothpicks? You know, if you cut the end off of that and made it flatter, it would actually connect better.
Yeah, that's true, but
the clippers are right there.
There's one problem with that. I don't think I need to say what it is.
Yeah, you know what, Connell? I just got an email this morning saying that they were in the mail, which means anywhere from 5 to 10 days, maybe less if they're nearby, but they're probably being sent media rate, which means it could be 20 days before they get here, which I really hope that's not the case. I don't know why I'm looking at the tiny little screen when I got a bigger screen right here. I found the book. It's on Kindle. I still have my original. So you know what I'm talking about. Good for you, and you probably understand why that is such a, anytime something gets made really, really popular, it tends to somehow make it worse. I don't know if you guys ever feel that way.
Yes.
I felt that way with the Lord of the Rings movies. I felt like, I was alone in my nerddom. I didn't know a whole lot of people who read the books or knew anything about it. It was just this sort of, in the corner, off in the boonies, sort of nichey, sort of, nerd thing that very few people really cared about. Then the movies came out, and then everybody thought they were an expert, and it was just everywhere. Burger King, and you couldn't go anywhere without seeing Lord of the Rings stuff, and suddenly it just kind of made it not so special anymore. I don't know if that's being selfish. There could be only one. No, it's not that one, Barrett. No, it's not. It should be kind of obvious. Anybody who knows me and knows a little bit about me, what book we're talking about. And if you really must know, you can hit my Patreon up and send me $10, and I'll tell you what it is. Or you can use the tip jar or whatever that nonsense is. Seriously, folks, hang on to your money. Yeah, that day will probably never come. If you guys start sending me money, I'll start sending it to charities that you hate. I promise. I'll just find some charity that everybody hates, and then just send it there. But hey, Baron, it is really cool to see you here. I hope we're coming in loud and clear for everybody, and we're not coming across too retarded. But give them all the money. Son needs that college money. Are you kidding? This guy's loaded. He's got more money than I do.
No, I don't.
No. We're fine, guys. We're fine. If we ever get to the point where this channel gets monetized, hint, Baron, hint. We'll probably just pump it right back into channels like Bruce's and Max's and knock Crafty off and get him to throw in more money because the guy's loaded.
What?
No, Crafty's loaded. Yeah, he's like a billionaire or something. No, he's just a good guy and just is super generous, great guy. And speaking of Crafty, if you're ever watching this and you haven't already gotten a hint, there's 4 or 5 guys that are kind of jonesing to play some more Conan. I think Connell is one of the guys who'd love to get into that game, but there's just one stipulation. I have to keep my same character from the game we played last week or 2 weeks ago, was it? That was the perfect character for me, and I would jump at the chance to play that character again.
I mean, you can.
Well, yes, I can. I have the. You know what? I did actually read the Sunset Warrior series. Not only did I read them, but my mom read them many years ago, and I think I still have them along with the first 3 or 4 books from the Ninja series. And didn't he also? What?
Wait.
Yeah, sure.
Wait a minute. I have a better idea. Much better.
Yeah, we're doing a craft while we're doing a stream. Imagine that.
No, don't spray.
But
You didn't spray.
You want me to?
Not yet.
I think Eric Von Lustbader also helped out writing a song by my all-time favorite band ever. That would be Gloister Cult. How many of you couldn't see that coming, right?
Yeah, it's almost like he has a tattoo on his hand.
No, with this?
No, I've been
Yeah,
talking.
yeah, I've had that since I was 17, I think I got that. But yeah, they're my favorite band, and I'm pretty sure Les Bader helped them write a song on, I want to say the Club Ninja album, which is kind of, you know, says it all, doesn't it?
No,
If
no.
there are any Les Bader fans out there, he's a pretty good writer. He's a little weird, um, but yeah, I enjoyed all those books. I think I only read the first two Sunset Warrior books. But hey, Cal, what the hell? How's it going, buddy? I haven't heard from you since like yesterday. I bet you could sing that song. Why don't you join the chat and
No,
we
don't.
will break the internet with Cal singing that song.
Well, why?
It's hot. What's hot? The song? Your girlfriend? So show us pictures. Come on. Did you see that look? This guy, I get him every time. Oh, no worries, Cal. We're going to do this a lot more if this works out and people don't ban us from the internet. Then
Eventually they will.
Then everybody will get their fair chance to hang out with us. Tuesday if it works for everybody. Monday, I know other people. I think
Monday I have things I might be doing.
Well, regularly Mondays.
Regularly Mondays. Oh.
We'll pick a day. Hopefully, it won't be coinciding with the GM's alcove or GM James or anybody else that we like. Later, dude. Have a great week, dude. Okay, Baron. It wouldn't be a live stream without that. Thank you so very much. We definitely have to pay our tithes to the Stripper Guild because it just wouldn't be a real legitimate live stream without the Stripper Guild. And Baron, if you're not doing anything, the link's up there. Come on in. We're still waiting for Connell, who apparently can't actually tell time or something. I don't know how long we've been on here. Yeah, we've been here 27 minutes. Can you believe that? That's
I
crazy.
don't want to believe that. I should have left 40 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know his face goes red all the time. It happens. It happens. I didn't know Les Bader worked for Elektra and CBS Records. That's kind of interesting. I thought he was more of just a writer. Yeah, I mean, obviously he could still work for them, but I just didn't know that. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he did. His name is on the writing credits for one song. I think it's Shadow Warrior on the Club Ninja album. Hey, no worries, Baron. We'll see you tonight or tomorrow or Thursday. We're all in the same circle. You all right?
Yes.
You didn't get anything in your eyes?
No, it broke.
Oh.
Maybe probably because I'm making something out of toothpicks.
Yeah, that's usually. Why don't you show him what you're working on?
Not until it's finished.
Okay. He's like that. Aren't all great artists like that? No, you can't see it. It's not done yet. You might not. But I don't know. I'm like that too sometimes. With if I write something, you can't read it till I'm done. But everything else, it's like right there out in the open. I'm working on a spaceship. Where am I going to hide it? Right? Working on the Sphinx. Where am I going to hide that thing?
You
the
should hide
bathroom
it.
or the shower or something? No, there's really nowhere to hide it.
That would ruin it. Yes.
Yeah. Well, if we use, oh yeah, you're right. We kind of use all the bathrooms and showers. I'm just thinking if your grandma wasn't here, but you still actually use that one. So Connell, what happened? You slip in the bathroom or something? No. Okay. Well, we'll just continue rolling on down the road. Any other suggestions? Any ideas how we can embarrass the little guy, make him turn redder than his shirt? Because he's about ready to just vacate my seat and just head downstairs. I think because we're just giving him such a hard time. And my dog is still. My dog. I've got the weirdest dog on the planet.
Yeah, maybe possible.
He's literally right now licking the carpet.
That's what you find weird about him.
Well,
Because he does that every single day.
right, but I'm just going to ask everybody out there in TV land, do you guys have a dog or know of a dog that just for no reason just sits there? I mean, it's like he's trying to lick his way to China. He's and we're on a second story, so he's never going to get there. He's going to fall through the floor and land on his dumb little head, and and
it would take him 1,000 years to live through this school.
But the way it's not like he's like really going at it like fast and furious, but he is consistently, continually licking, and it's not like the same spot like we spilled soup or something. He's just trying to get it up. Our dogs will do weird stuff like that, but it's like between you, me, and the rest of the internet, it's like he's trying to get the taste out of his mouth, because he's a dog. But I don't.
One time I kept putting things in between his mouth and the carpet, and he just kept like the same exact.
You put a piece of wood there, and he just licks the wood like he's literally trying to get something out of his mouth or his tongue. It's just just go see Max's live stream and last Friday, and you kind of get the notion of what I'm talking about. He's a dog, that's what dogs do. That's what really all animals do, except humans, and apparently now humans too. I don't know what's wrong with this world, but it's definitely wrong. We need a new planet. We literally need to.
We need another flood.
The little guy thinks we need another flood, and I'm okay with that, except I can't swim very well.
I don't think that's the point.
Yeah, I get you. And we do live at a relatively high elevation, so it would give us some time to steal one of our neighbor's boats and maybe stand a chance, but probably not because the boat would fill up with water. But we need another Timmy, like Timmy or something else. He got into some lead as a puppy, Travis. But this dog will do it not just up here, but any floor. He's just like I know they lick their paws when they're upset and stuff like that, and it's not that. He doesn't really do that much, but it's just so weird. It's just, I mean, it sounds like it would be almost painful after a while.
It should be.
Yeah, you know what, Travis? I did the same thing. I looked into the Beyond the Supernatural book from Palladium, and it's kind of missing, something in the way of, I think, the character professions. Some of them are okay, and left over from, I want to say, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kind of professions, but it's almost not exactly what I'm looking for in the way of a Venture Brothers / the TV show Supernatural kind of role-playing game idea that's mulling around in my head. Unfortunately, it's all I got to work with, other than maybe Chill, which the original Chill was a lot of fun, but it's really weak in the way of a long-term campaign. It's good for about a year of regular gaming, and then you kind of pretty much burn out all the modules and the monsters. Mind you, that's playing.
I don't know what he's doing. I put a towel under the spot he was licking, and now he's just
licking the towel.
No. I don't know what he's doing now, but he looks really weird now.
Hello, buddy. But yeah, Travis. I also have Big Eyes Small Mouth that I could try to use, because it is kind of an anime sort of game, and it might work, but it's.
Can you eat this?
What is this?
Gummy.
Gummy what?
Bear.
Yes. Because look, he wants it. He wants it really bad. Now,
and I gave it.
Now he doesn't know what to do with it because it's going to stick to his teeth and it's going to drive him nuts. You might as well give him peanut butter. Yeah, the professions, the very first one's okay, and the Psi Mechanic, it's basically like they only ever saw the Ghostbusters movie, and that was it when it came to Beyond the Supernatural. I like the Palladium system. Was it a special gummy bear? No, it was yellow. No, it wasn't. It wasn't special in any way. We should probably get some for him. Maybe that would calm him down. But
I don't think it would.
He's 11 years old, and in people years, So for an old man, he's actually pretty spry and chipper and whatnot. But he has his grouchy sort of mopey times when he doesn't get enough attention and he just he's all butt hurt because of it.
Yesterday,
or if I do something like this, watch.
no.
Good Jackie. If I do something like that, he will start to growl. And get real
yeah,
jealous
he does.
and just like his master. Yes, like his master. Thank you. Yeah, because I'm constantly butthurt. Constantly.
Yeah.
It's a wonder I could even sit down. I'm so butthurt.
Yeah, because you keep using this damn thing.
Well, yeah, I got old. Come on, I got to have a cushion under my ass sitting on a hard wooden chair. I'm 55 years old. I'm lucky. Well, anyways, let's just say I'm lucky. He's a good spry little dog. He's still got that puppy mentality. Sometimes he can actually be very playful, especially if he gets a bone. He does that sort of he'll nod
Throws
down
it
to
up in the air.
nod down, get rid of all the good stuff on the outside of the bone, and then he'll toss it around like it's trying to escape, and then he catches it again like, I gotcha. Reminds me of that scene from Red Dwarf where Cat's playing with his chicken Marengo, too slow chicken Marengo. If you guys have seen it, if you know, you know. I'm glad I could make you laugh, Baron, because God knows we all could use a little bit more of that these days. I'm not even going to get started on that. Instead, I'm going to get started on Connell's ass. Where the hell are you, bro? Can you leave me hanging here? You're making me look stupid in front of the whole wide internet of all 18 people that are out there that watch us. Come on, man.
18?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Of course. Get your ass in here. It's actually a bonus that you can show up. I figured you'd be, you said you were going to be busy all day, and we were going to try and do this at like noon o'clock my time because that's when
I'm giving up.
Don't give up. He was helping us yesterday to set this up so we could do these live chats and help us walk our way through most of it. But then there's this 24-hour waiting period, and I was trying to get back by 12 to do it, but we got back and had to watch a movie and do some other stuff. But we finally got around to doing it, and thank you. I'm 100% certain you're right, but at least I can deflect it. If there's 3 people here, including Connell, then I'm only a third of the stupidity. If that makes any sense, 33 1/3% stupid or something like that. Yeah, I trust me. I've made some bonehead mistakes. One of these days, I'll tell you about one of them that's just absolutely hysterical.
Tell us now.
Because you're here, I cannot. Yes, it's that kind of stupid. There's a reason I don't drink, folks. There's a reason.
There is actually. There's a lot of reasons.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you're one of those reasons.
All right.
Yeah, because I do it for you. Use the old wood. Book works for just about anything supernatural. World of Darkness, is that what you mean? Sorry, I'm yeah. Baron, the thing is, though, I'm trying to do a supernatural TV show mixed with the Venture Brothers.
I still don't get that.
As my campaign idea, so I want it to be ridiculous. I'll probably have to pick up the old game Tune. Not really, no. But I want it to be something like the Venture Brothers, but more supernatural than science fiction, if that makes any sense to anybody who's ever watched the Venture Brothers, because it
doesn't make sense.
It's mostly science and super science and superheroes and that sort of thing, with a little bit of supernatural thrown in. I want to turn it completely around in the ratios of supernatural to magic or supernatural to sci-fi. This is the kind of Scooby-Doo like, yes, because Venture Brothers is very Scooby-Doo / Johnny Quest, but I want it to be a little bit darker, but a little bit less spandex and capes and that sort of thing, and a little bit more, Sam and Dean Winchester, if that makes any sense. if you kind of mix the two together, and instead of being Hank and Dean, it's Sam and Dean. Is that right? Yeah, yeah. Because it's just I've been thinking about Savage Worlds for a bunch of different reasons, but I keep mistaking it for my copy of Forbidden Kingdoms. But I should probably write that down because
Yes, you should.
apparently made of money and I can just afford every RPG out there. Connell, are you coming in? Get your ass in here.
Hey,
You look shocked to see us.
I'm not
Do you have
shocked.
that little
I'm
faith
tired.
in us?
Just tired.
Okay. So how was your day? You pick up some more cigars? Yeah, I had a feeling.
Oh, it smells like the humidor.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea, Travis. I'm actually looking at Gamma World right now because I'm going to be reviewing that tomorrow. So maybe I'll take that into consideration. So how the hell are you, man?
Good. I had to work today, plus a few other personal errands.
If you're going downstairs, please bring me water.
Hey, while you're downstairs, grab me a Coke.
We don't have any. I don't think we have any soda in the house except for some like Mexican apple cider, not apple cider, but like Martinelli's, but it's the Mexican version and it tastes like ass, if you ask me. But I haven't had anything but water in like 6 or 7 years now.
There's this Mexican soda that my daughter likes. Jam something JAM. I have no idea. But it's a Mexican soda. She always gets the pineapple one.
That sounds really good. Pineapple is like probably my favorite fruit. And when I used to drink, whatever I drank, which was usually Malibu rum. I know. Go ahead. I'm ready for your comments. But it was Malibu rum and pineapple juice. That'd be my favorite for a long time, or Malibu rum straight, or Malibu rum and Diet Coke. The pineapple juice is when I was actually at a club or something like that. That way I wouldn't get too hammered and be able to do what I needed to do. Which
there for a while.
Coffee is yucky.
There for a while when I was working at a couple of the clubs down Champaign, Illinois, as a bouncer or a bartender, I'd always have a glass
of. Sorry, that's correct, Mark. I think that's exactly what they drink.
Yeah, that stuff's good. It's different, but it's good. I always had a glass like just a glass of cranberry juice in it. Because I always look, there for a while, I was a big fan of cranberry and vodka, or cranberry and tequila, but mainly vodka.
Yeah, if I drink tequila, it's just straight shots. I've never been able to mix that with anything. And if you're going to drink tequila, you got to know the rule. You don't mix tequila with anything else.
No.
Just bad.
Yeah.
It just starts to fight with everything in your stomach. I'm not being racist. It just does. That's the way tequila is. Well, because if you mix it with the scotch.
That's funny.
Yeah, but it's true. It's absolutely true. You can't mix it with anything.
It doesn't matter what you drink before. It doesn't really matter because tequila could be the last thing in, but it'll be the first thing out. It just does not work with everything. Neither does Irish car bombs and sake bombs. I found that out one evening.
Travis, I think you have bigger problems than that. If that's happening, I really recommend you go talk to your local doctor that you trust, because that's. Oh man, I had that once, and I will never forget that. And it's not actually why I only drink water, but wow, that just.
The chilling moose.
Straight shots and straight to the floor. Yep, that will do it. That will do it.
Now, everybody needs, at a certain age, after they turn 21, they need somebody like me in their life. who is not a professional drunk by any stretch of the imagination, but knows herself a way around the bottle.
Sorry, folks. That's how professional we are. If we sneeze, our entire system falls on the floor.
Now, in some groups, I would be considered what the drunk uncle, or the standard joke that you always got the one drunk uncle, the drunkle.
Uh-huh.
I'm the drunkle. I will teach you how to drink properly and not make an ass out of yourself.
Not touching that one. Not touching that one.
I am a beautiful drunk. I am a beautiful drunk.
Can you go give me some water? I'm dying here.
All right, I will
I
get
appreciate
it.
it. Not like we're going to talk behind your back or anything. What is that? Is that lemon pledge?
No.
It's what it looks like, dude. Is
It's
that or Listerine?
It's a pineapple Mountain Dew.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I every once in a while I will miss drinking soda or coffee or even milk or juice, but I just not doing it. I'm not taking any chances. I bet it's good, huh?
Ooh.
But here's the weird thing is I'll eat oranges, I'll eat pineapple, all the things that I would like liquefied. If I eat it, it doesn't break my rule. It's just if I drink it. So I've got 2 pineapples downstairs and a bunch of oranges. And if I want that same sort of, almost fix, then I'll just chew it, and that way it's not cheating on my my promise.
That's fair.
Yeah, I've had several stages of drinking. I started drinking when I was 14. I mean, heavy. I was drinking like a lot. Then I stopped when I was 19. And then I started drinking again. I want to say about I go through 10-year periods of not drinking. And since I'm 55, there have been 3 periods of not drinking. Something like that. Maybe one was only 5 years. But, I'll just not drink for a whole bunch of years. And then when a certain milestone comes along, it's okay, I can have a drink. And then that usually leads to me drinking every day. And then I got to stop drinking again and repeat, So this time I've probably gone, I think this next weekend will be 11 years since I've had a drink of anything alcoholic, and 6 or 7 years since I've had anything but water, no coffee, no juice, no milk, none of that crap. But I can eat ice cream.
Well,
is that cheating?
I don't know. I'm of the camp that believes that even a person your age should at least have a glass of milk maybe once a day.
Oh, I have plenty of dairy. I just don't drink.
All right. Because there's the protein that's in milk that, you can get in other places.
Right.
But milk,
When you say in Orange, do you mean Orange County, Travis? Because that's where I used to live. I spent a good portion of my life in Orange County, California.
The only thing I know about Orange County is Orange County Cycles.
Yeah, I know what that is.
And that show, watching that show growing up, that show just.
Oh, City of Orange. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
That show was crazy. The motorcycles. Those bikes were absolutely gorgeous, but the family, yeah, it was absolutely crazy.
Travis, do you remember the Orange Mall? I used to hang out there every Friday and Saturday night for Midnight at the Movies during the 80s. My friends and I were getting free tickets to Midnight at the Movies from Cassandra, aka Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. She'd be hanging out at K-Earth, the radio station. We'd go there, hang out with her, get a handful of Midnight at the Movie tickets, and then go watch, The Song Remains the Same, Pink Floyd, The Wall, or more often than not, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, because that was a better place to pick up girls. Back when they were actually girls and not mostly dudes.
Elvira.
Yeah, but she don't like guys like us. So
I don't care. She's just fun to look at.
Yeah, she's actually not so fun to look at when she's not dressed up like Elvira.
She's a redhead.
Yes, she is, and redheads have absolutely no power over me. So,
no,
you and DM James can have all the redheads. That leaves a whole lot of the other women for me. Yeah, like that's ever going to happen. No, well, I haven't been there in 30 years, Travis, so I wouldn't even know how to get there. But that's a shame. There was a lot of good memories. The gingers are evil. Hey, Baron's here. Baron's not evil. Are you evil, Baron? You're not evil, right? You can't be evil. You're Irish. Well, so am I, so that really doesn't work, does it? Where's that boy with my water? What is he, making it himself? Looking for freaking hydrogen molecules in the garage or something? Kids these days, right?
Right.
So not too bad, not too bad. We got this up and working. I didn't think there'd really be any problems. I just figured, you never know. It's something like this, anything could go wrong. But I think, Silverado Canyon was fun, but dangerous as hell if you go at the wrong time. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Your son told you to wait.
Yeah, I know. What the hell? What
Lava Lord?
Yeah, that's him. That's left over from when he was a little munchkin, long time ago. That was his.
Was it lava?
Thank you, sir.
But there wasn't much.
Thank you.
What was that movie back in the day? Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
That sounds familiar, but it was more from if there's any Bionicle fans out there, probably not.
Yeah, my brother was all about them.
That's been something people have
told
me since I was like 2.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
All right.
Leaving us hanging. No, it's okay, buddy.
This is a perfect time to go get something I've been meaning to get.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. I can entertain the people out there. I hope. I don't know. I'll try. I'll do my best. I mean, got to get the hang of this at some point. I kind of been wanting to do this for a long time. Maybe even starting next week, I'll be able to start swinging the interview show that the little guy and I are going to be doing. It's going to be called 20 Questions. We're going to bring a guest on board, and each of us will ask the guest 10 questions, and hopefully you guys will all get to know that person a little bit better. We're going to start with some people in the industry. Not going to mention any names just yet. Don't want to give any pressure out there, but a couple of people who work at making games, some of my favorite games, or game products and things like that, in addition to trying to get some of the YouTubers that I watch regularly, some of my good friends out there in TV land, not just the usual suspects, Connell, Barron, Jade, Kai, Bruce, of course, and the guys from Biggest Geek. Is not just people like that, and of course Max, if Max will ever hang out with someone like us, we'll see. But no, they're all great guys. I love all you guys out there. You guys have done so much for my son and I that we can never repay you guys. Even if we live another 100 years, I'll always feel indebted to you guys. But there are some people I want to get into the show first, and then we'll go on to interviewing people like Connell here. I've got 20 questions lined up for you. I'll send you out those questions. Make sure we don't touch anything that is too sensitive, or you never know. Maybe they're we're not going to just throw out the run of the mill usual questions. We're going to come up with some stuff that's not necessarily personal, but kinda. I think everybody would like to know more about you and Barron and Max and Shauner and all those guys. DM James. Sometimes there's questions that you might feel a little uncomfortable asking, but we're not going to feel that way because we're going to check first. So,
I have a.
If we want to ask, DM James what his favorite color, and he's like, I don't want to talk about it. that'll trigger me. Then we won't ask him that question.
Do
I'm
I
pretty
look
sure-
like I have very many triggers? Except the fact when somebody calls me a freaking liberal, that pisses me off. Actually, yeah. It doesn't piss me off. It just annoys me some. I'm like, I'm not a liberal.
Yeah, there's more than just that up there, Travis. There's actually some people who walk around with candles and black robes. You know what I'm talking about? And we tangled with them on numerous occasions, and it's not a pretty picture. It's
Baseball. Yeah, that sucks.
that mind you, this was the last time was 25 years ago, but you know they apparently live around there, so it's not like you're gonna get rid of them anyway easy.
9/11. When you're talking about people dressed up in weird outfits, 9/11 was absolutely horrible incident, and I truly do feel sorry for the families that affect. But it had a really weird but good effect at the airports. You know, all those weird monk guys that kept trying to give you flowers.
And the Moonies.
Yeah, it chased all of them away.
That doesn't surprise me. I don't do airports. I don't fly. But yeah, I mean, I've been to the airport a couple times.
Yeah, he's worried that if he goes on a plane, he'll get an airstrike.
No, I just don't want to die in an airplane. You know,
They
knowing
say
that
flying is 60% safer than traveling on driving.
Have you seen me drive?
He doesn't drive either, but that's not because he doesn't want to. It's because he can't.
And it's not because of drinking. So before you guys go there,
No.
I had a medical condition that's just about
And
pretty
then-
much done, and I just need to see a doctor and get the paperwork and blah 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 blah.
Didn't you once tell me that you were going to start taking driving classes,
Yes.
but then you didn't want to because you didn't like something about them?
Yeah. That was back when the mask was an issue, and to get driving lessons, I'd have to wear the mask. And here I am trying to take a driving course, like being taught how to drive by professionals, but I have to impede my airway so that I can not think properly. It just seemed counterproductive. I've always had a hard time with the COVID masks, even the thinnest of the thin. It just instantly, within 5 minutes.
Even though he was the one who was forcing us to paint signs telling people to wear masks, and then a day later he
found out that I couldn't actually wear one. Yeah, but that's over and done with. We don't see too many people wearing them anymore. But
I do.
Haven't thought about it, which I should. But
I wear a mask anytime on a city bus, and that's not because of COVID. That's just it's a city bus.
that's correct.
yeah, I used to take the bus a lot. I've been on many a bus trip, many long bus trips.
Oh, you poured the water. I was worried for a second.
But no. Like I said, whenever I get on the local,
Like somebody appreciates that beautiful face. Exactly. How covering up my moneymaker. Come on.
it's a war crime. To do, so I'll show you a war crime. Give me a second.
You guys apparently have all eaten my wife's cooking.
See, that got me kicked out of somebody's house once.
Yeah, I could get me kicked out of my own house. Who Fortunately, she never watches the show, so I'm pretty safe.
What? Oh man.
Wow.
I don't know how I feel about these.
Cigars?
Yeah, this type of cigar just doesn't.
Too long, too narrow, too wide. Something about it, or is it the aroma / flavor?
No, the aroma / flavor is fine. It's just it's it's not wide enough. I know this sounds all perverted, but we all have our.
No, believe it or not, there are. I've heard the same comment with people with certain brands of cigarettes. They're so used to that exact millimeter diameter type of thing again, take that however you want.
Right.
And when you're talking about a cigarette, you're sometimes only talking about a millimeter difference in the width, or even the length, but people after, many years of doing the same thing over and over and over again, your body actually can, make those distinctions. You can actually tell, hey, this is a Camel White, or this is, a Marlboro 100, or things like that, or those weird Carlton cigarettes that had that weird hole in the back of the filter.
Yeah.
Oh God, everybody smoked those things.
Where
Everybody I knew who ever smoked those things had a little tiny bump on their tongue from sticking their tongue into the filter hole because they couldn't help it. It's kind of like Hank Venture in the Batman mask, if you know what I'm talking about.
It's like where this cigar. This is a Uzo weight 1 ton. Good cigar, by the way. This thing is huge. I mean, it's absolutely huge, and this one is uncomfortable. There's a medium middle ground. I think it's like a 24, 23 ring that fits really well in my hand. But like I said, it's a hell of a thing to bitch about.
We can tell those subtle differences, and it can be irritating.
Yeah. That's not a bad brand, Travis. I'm a Gurkha / Excalibur / Punch. And there's a few other brands. There's actually a few other brands I really enjoy. Oh, man, Cubans. Ooh. I've had 4 Cubans over the last 20 years. And there's nothing like them. I mean, realistically, I don't know how to describe it. They're just really good.
If you like something, you like it. You don't, have to really justify it to anybody other than, maybe your significant other or your children. And even then, who the fuck wears pants in your family? You hear me justifying anything to anybody?
I wear my kilt in my family.
Fair enough. I have a lot of other Irish friends and got friends, and they will do that. I'm forbidden by law to wear such a thing. Just saying.
Got knobbly knees?
No.
No. My problem is, I don't know. I don't have a problem. I have this how Superman is only Superman with the great big S. You can take the rest of his costume out, but as long as he's got that S, he's Superman. Batman's the same way, right? And back when I was younger and I had my kilt, my really good kilt on, I had this +5 to my charisma bonus. I don't know why, but that's just what the kilt granted me.
Fair enough.
And I could walk up to any woman in any situation. It's like, hey, can I go buy you coffee? Or whatever. Works. Without my kilt, I don't have the same power.
Okay, well, I would be careful because these days, when a cup of coffee is $20, everybody's going to say
coffee I'm talking about is not the same type of coffee you're talking about. Coffee.
What kind of coffee?
Well, it takes 2 people.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Maybe you're just one of the girls.
Shit. When that kilt lifts up, you could be making it. You'd find the air of your way.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So I'm walking home from a bar and I'm drunk. I'm being completely honest. I'm drunk, and it was just after a major rugby game, and we won. And I'm black and blued. I was a prop. And I played prop half of the game and played a hooker the other half. If you know rugby, these are 2 different positions in the game. And I was battered. Black and blue all over my ribs, my legs, all over. And I'm like, fuck this. I'm not wearing pants tonight. I'm gonna go grab me my kilt. So I go after a game. I go back to the rugby house, change, put on my team shirt. Well, not the team outfit shirt, but the team shirt, like I don't know. It's a T-shirt with the team's logo on it, right? Threw my kilt on. Hey, Travis. And as I'm walking back to the bar, I'm feeling good. When I got out, I didn't have to buy any drinks that night. It was just a good night. And I get stopped by a cop. And all the people was like, what are you wearing underneath that kilt? I'm like, if I show you, you would arrest me for indecent exposure. Why would another guy ask another guy, what is he wearing underneath the kilt?
Because it's common practice for people to wear nothing under said kilts. And all it takes is a strong breeze, and suddenly, everybody knows what you're up to.
I had my Spartan on. That kilt wasn't lifting it for anything, and it was good, thick wool kilt, because the cops are gay.
I didn't. Oh, that was. Why am I not seeing that one?
I got another movie on that list of movies you should watch.
All right.
What's that?
It has not Kevin. Okay. Did you ever see the movie Tremors?
Yeah,
Yes.
I did.
Yes, we did.
You know the actor Fred Ward?
Nope.
He's
from Remo Williams.
Right. Deadly Spells. He plays a private detective called Philip something Lovecraft. He has Julia Moore in it.
I just put that. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing.
Yeah, well, don't lose the chat because I can't really read this.
But yeah.
Okay.
You know how you read the first book of Harry Dresden?
Are you sure it's not to cast a spell?
That's a good question. Are those deadly spells?
Travis says it's to cast a spell. Maybe that's a sequel or a prequel or something like that.
Fred Ward. And that guy was a great actor. Shame he
Wasn't
passed.
Wasn't he also in Joe Dirt?
I don't know about Joe Dirt, but
Didn't
they did
Didn't he play either Joe Dirt's dad or stepdad?
I will look that up.
I could swear that's the same guy.
Cast a deadly spell. Yeah, cast a deadly spell. Yep, that's it.
See, I know my shit every once in a while. Okay, so cast a deadly spell.
It's like Dresden. If Dresden was the only person who didn't do it's everything okay?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing something with my tablet, and I feel suspicious because he won't let me look, which is a clear indicator that a teenager's up to no good, right, folks?
Nope, he just wants his privacy, and you respect that.
It is Dear Tay. You're right. Sorry, Dear Tay.
Anyways, so cast a deadly spell was like watching Harry Dresden, only if Dresden was the only person in town and did not do magic.
Wait, sorry, what?
What? I'm looking up information for something I'm doing right now.
Oh, okay. So he's just hanging out for, to attract the girls. So okay. So if there's any teenage girls out there, he's totally single.
Kill yourself.
Hey, he's bilingual. That counts for double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, the
He's
movie,
actually,
I'm talking about, the movie I'm talking about, it's like reading the Dresden Files if Dresden was the only person in town that did not do magic.
Okay, that's
It's
weird.
a complete opposite of Harry. It was. I don't know. I just got done watching Tremors 1 and 2, and I was just kind of seeing what else this guy was on. Then he plays, and I was going through his thing, and he plays a character named H.P. Lovecraft. I'm like, wait, did he play the Lovecraft? What? And so I went further into this.
Yeah, at this point, anybody who use any sort of name derived from HP's name, to me, just comes across as kind of cheesy. I don't know. I'm the only one who feels that way.
The movie came out in the 90s. It wasn't like.
I wish, Baron. I wish.
What?
You said you were watching porn.
Why do you wish such thing?
Just because then you'd seem more normal. I mean, when I was a kid.
Oh, normal.
Well,
yes, normal. Like,
91.
I don't know about you guys, but when I was his age, I had, access
when
to
you were your age.
his age, your age.
Shut up. When you were my age, do I even need to start?
Yeah, I was pretty degenerate.
When he was your age, there was drawings on caves of naked ladies. Don't feel too bad.
All right.
He wants to give me the finger. He really does.
Oh no! No, I'm older. I can deal with it.
I'm the Jack. I'm the younger brother he never wanted.
No, that guy is in jail.
Okay, I'm the younger brother he never knew he didn't want. I don't know.
I would trade you for a legitimate brother over the one I was cursed with.
Wouldn't you trade anyone, though?
Yeah, yeah, literally. I'd trade Jeffrey Dahmer for that guy, for my real brother. But, yeah.
Actually, DM James said I remind him of one of his kid brothers. I'm like, thanks. I think. Now, Cabin in the Woods. That was a fun movie.
I could have swore I saw that, but I can't remember. The name sounds more than familiar, like I've seen it, but nothing comes to mind.
Would Ash vs. the Evil Dead be a Lovecraftian? They got the Necronomicon. They summon.
Not really. Only because they use the Necronomicon. Do people think? But it's so completely out of his style. It's just, it wasn't his. He would have never written or had anything to do with that story if he were alive, unless he had run out of all other ideas. I think they just used the Necronomicon because whoever worked on the movie liked Lovecraft, and because if you're trying to come up with a name of an evil spell book, it's like not just the first name we all think of an evil spell book, but it literally might as well be called. Might as well be literally the evil spell book translated from another language. It's so close to that. It's for the most part, his bad guys or monsters were a lot more subtle and very rarely that out in the open kind of visible. When he was far more subtle with you have to remember that his favorite author was Edgar Allan Poe, who was also very subtle in his attempts at horror and detective novels and things like that. And so he was just not that. For him, it was scarier. Like my son was saying the other day with the Alien movie, that it was better to have the alien out of sight for as long as possible. And
the other day, this was months ago.
I thought it was just the other day.
Well, No, this was months ago.
And if
That's
you
called being seen. Yeah. No, but yeah. Either way, Jack, you're absolutely right. They having the
less,
scene.
less is more, basically.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I love the Evil Dead movies, but no, I've actually learned that now that I've paying more attention to the Lovecraft, just old gods, thought processing. I'm going through all the older movies I've seen over the years and see how much even if they don't are directly, Lovecraftian, they have the lightest of brushes of Lovecraftian in them.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's cool. I mean, it's just, giving honor to, somebody you got respect for.
Absolutely.
It's like, I know you're not a big Ron Perlman fan, but Hellboy. The first Hellboy movie was very Lovecraftian.
I never saw it all the way through, and so I don't remember much of it. I know when I did see it, it was in a time that I didn't know much about Ron Perlman, other than the Beauty and the Beast, etc. But lately, the guy's been running his mouth without actually doing the homework, and I've always had a problem with.
No, I get that. I want actors to be actors. I don't want my actors to be politicians.
Yeah, get up there and dance, monkey, and then keep your mouth shut.
Hey, people say people have never said that to me, but you could say that to me. I mean, stay in the kitchen, make my dinner. I don't want to hear your politics.
Yeah. I mean, most people don't want to hear it anyways, unless they already know them, and then they're on the same side of the fence, as it were, and then people are okay, let's
people
talk
love echo.
about it.
Yeah, no, people love echo chambers, and I'm just not about that.
Well, some people do, some people don't. Most of us here, we've made it pretty clear that
Oh, I'm not saying us. I'm not, by no means am I saying our little
No, I mean the group that we all hang out with.
Yeah.
No names, but everybody that we know, we know where each other stands, and we're not here to stand up about that. We're here to talk about math rocks and geeky sci-fi fantasy stuff, and that's fine. That's what brought us all here in the first place.
Right. Speaking of old sci-fi movies, old sci-fi movies. Which one is your favorite? What one of the old old sci-fi movies? I'm not talking. I'm going all the way back to like the early '60s.
Probably the one we're doing a review on tonight.
Rollerball, right?
Yep.
I loved the sound as a kid. I've always loved the sound of Vincent Price's voice. Something about his voice was always just awesome. I think the first
he was definitely talented. He was definitely talented, a talented individual. But after a while, he became kind of like a sad joke to me. I know that's cruel and harsh, but there were some things I saw him in at the end of his career where he should have just sort of retired before that, but he kept trying to, push it, trying to be that guy, that
You
character.
mean, what was that? The Eggman in the 1960s Batman with Adam West series?
No, it was actually later than that.
Oh.
There were some things he was doing, and I can't put a finger on him or name him at the moment, but he did some things, and maybe they were earlier, but I had only seen him later. But it was definitely at the end of his career where, to me, it just seemed like he would have been better off retiring and not really pushing his presence out there. Let the new fresh blood come in and fill those roles. To some extent, Elvira was one of those people, and people were just sort of, in my opinion, losing respect for the old classics, and I wasn't one of those people.
What was that one? The
Thanks,
13.
Darren.
What was it? The 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo. He was Vincent Price played basically Vincent Price in the Scooby Doo cartoon series.
Okay.
I remember seeing that as a kid. That and the Thriller with Michael Jackson. He was a voice in Thriller in the very beginning. Then you gotta go back to his old movies, The Fly, The House on a Haunted Hill. A bunch of other ones. And I appreciated him. I don't know. I appreciated the work that I saw of his. Maybe because I didn't grow up with it, it meant a little bit more.
Maybe. I
I'm
remember
not saying
seeing
it didn't mean anything to you, but I didn't grow up with it.
Right. Well, I'm like almost 20 years older than you, so I've been watching sci-fi and horror movies since the 70s, and for me it was like new and first time on TV kind of thing, direct from the theaters, because I didn't start to really go into the movie theaters until roughly, I want to say, Close Encounters, Star Wars, Jaws, that era. Those were some of the very first movies I saw in the theater, and it was the drive-in theater.
Jaws has just had its 40th anniversary.
40th? Really?
Yeah. I just saw that on the internet earlier today.
40.
Hey, Darren.
Then I've been going to the theater longer than that.
Well, hold on.
What?
This is one of those scenarios, trust but verify type situations. Jaws came out, the film came out in 1975. I'm 38.
Okay, so 75, I was 8. That makes more sense.
So that's about 40 years. That's 40 and some.
Yeah.
I think the first horror movie I saw as a kid, I mean, other than Aliens, but the old black and white movies was probably The Blob or The Night of the Living Dead, the old one, not the 47.
Mm-hmm.
Not
right.
the
Steve McQueen, Blob, and I forget, but yeah, I know which. I used to have both of those on VHS, but not anymore. 47 years out.
I was always a big fan of.
We just didn't want to do math.
Right.
Math
What was the other one I really enjoyed as a kid? Well, there was a bunch of stupid horror movies that came out when I was a kid. Critters.
Uh-huh.
Hit the Hedgehogs from Hell, outer space. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's some of the other ones. Like I said, I don't know. My stepdad, for all his infinite wisdom, thought having me sit down and watch like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Chucky, when I was too damn young was a smart idea. But I never got nightmares.
Yeah, it's weird because those kind of movies, to me, just they were for me, they just didn't compare to the classic Universal monsters: Dracula, werewolf, mummy, creature from the Black Lagoon, Frankenstein. There was just something, obviously, I want to say there's something missing, and everybody would say, yeah, they were in black and white versus color, but something more than that. It was just a completely different way of going about telling a story. Well, the 80s sort of Chucky, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, those kind of bad guys were not as primal, not as, ancient seeming, and and steeped in lore and literature. They were like, quickly, made up for Hollywood to try and compete with the classics, and they just, to me, they never could. Nothing beats The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
There was this kid movie that came out in the not 80s, late 80s, early 90s, maybe, The Monster Squad.
Hey, Sean, what's happening, man?
And The Monster Squad had it kind of paid. It kind of paid homage to the old Universal Studio monsters, because it did have the Wolfman, it had the Mommy, it did have the monster from Black Lagoon and Dracula. So, one of my favorite lines from any of the horror movies I saw came out of Monster Squad, where what was it? One of the guys kicked the Wolfman in the nuts, and he's like, "The Wolfman's got nards." Well, okay, you two, what are you doing? I don't trust you.
Just the tablet. The tablet keeps falling over. It's got one of these weird, like, tablet. It comes with, it's like a folding sort of stand that's made out of fabric and magnets, and it's supposed to stay up, but it just doesn't. This is pretty weak.
Later, Travis.
Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to make you dizzy and stuff. We're actually going to cut this. We're actually going to cut this off in just a few minutes.
No volume. Oh.
Okay.
No, that's nothing.
You're going to cut this off here in a few.
Yeah, because that keeps happening. We've got to get a better stand for when we do this.
Yes, we do.
Normally we do something different, but we just, threw this live stream together, pulled it out of our asses, and the tablet, it's alive.
It's alive.
But now that we know how to do this, and that we can do this, and that you guys are all such great sports and putting up with our shenanigans, we really, really appreciate this. Made this a lot less painful than it had to be, unless you were on the receiving end of falling upside down.
That was painful. Probably also painful to watch for the first maybe 30 minutes.
Just use some model glue on it. Yeah, that's going to happen. It's a brand new tablet. I don't think so.
Well, as crafty as you two are, I can't imagine you guys haven't made some kind of stand from it using toothpicks, whatever.
Optical sticks and pipe cleaners. Yeah, we're not that MacGyver-y yet. Just give us a couple more decades, and we'll be right on that. That would be actually really cool. Darren, I'll talk to you in Discord in just a moment. That's incredibly generous. Normally we would just stack some books, but we're trying to get just the right angle, and apparently, that right angle needs more books to make it work. Some old sprues and tank model parts. Are you kidding? Those things are worth their weight in gold around here. We model glue. It still gets me, man. It's I'll have to show you one of these days what it's actually made out of. But it's just one of those notebooks that you put your tablet in, and then if you fold it, it stands up. And
what they
the
need to
wife
get
got
some,
me this one.
was that they need to get some Play-Doh. Get some Play-Doh and then bake it, and that thing will stay up forever until it crumbles or it gets wet.
Yeah, apparently you haven't been watching our craft videos. Spilling liquids and things like that are almost a guarantee sometimes. I've been spilling, they say you're not a real painter until you spill your Nuln oil. but I don't spill the gnome oil. I spill the water cups because I use old prescription bottles for my water cups, and I really shouldn't do that because I spilled my water cup 3 times on my table, and one time I almost short-circuited myself with my tablet and the water cup, and that's not good. And hey, the game's this Saturday, correct?
The game is this Saturday, yes.
Okay, just wanted to double check. I was pretty sure that it was. I'm looking forward to it, but unfortunately, my gun show's this weekend, and you know me, if there's a gun show, I got to be there. But there's a chance that we'll be able to be up and back before it starts, and if not, we should be back by the time everybody's done. Just sort of shooting the breeze. We usually spend an hour just.
It starts for us at noon, which that means it starts for you at 2. Because what time? You're what, 2 hours?
No, it's the other way around. If it starts at 12 for you guys, that means it's 10 for me.
Yeah.
Because we're.
Yep. You're right.
We're back in time. You're 2
I
hours.
was thinking orange, not avocado. I'm sorry.
If we were in Florida, that would be different, I think.
Yeah, I got to talk to my aunt, and she lives in Florida.
My aunt in Georgia, and I finally got to talk to her for the first time in about 6 weeks because we've been so busy with the Sunday show with you, and every time I call, we just keep missing each other. Okay, Darren, I think I can do that. Is it the same one, Sean? Is it in Antelope Valley? If so, I'll meet you there.
I want to know where they filmed the Karate Kids TV series or Cobra Kai.
Well, whatever we do get at the gun show this weekend, we will make a gun show haul video. Last time we did that, everybody seemed to enjoy that.
Now, I was always told if you want a cheap bow, go to a gun show because you can normally find a decent bow for a good price there.
Kind of yes, kind of no. We've seen a few, but they're usually not cheap. If you really wanted to buy one, I would actually look in your local newspaper if there's such a thing. Some newspapers have those sections, things for sale or something like that.
Yeah.
Or whatever your local app is, like Let Go or something like, or Wish, as opposed to eBay, because eBay is all about people knowing what they have and knowing exactly how much they want for it.
Right.
Other apps or local swap meets, but even then, that's kind of a dark part in the pond there.
I'm lucky enough where I live by 2 decent-sized archery shops and ranges where if I want a new bow, I would just go there. But I like my bow. I'm actually my kid bow. The stuff I showed you yesterday, the sport I told you I was in.
Yeah. I'm
actually using that bow, which is at a 28-pound draw.
That's not very much.
Well, I don't want to kill the person.
Uh-huh.
I can actually I've been able to do tricks with my arrows where I can never actually, it's not one end where I can bend a bullet, but if I shoot it the right way, I can get it to bounce off somebody's shield and hit somebody else. It's kind of cool to watch.
Okay. Hey, Sean, that sounds actually really cool. I'm jealous. And Darren, that's literally a war crime, or something worse. That should never happen to anybody. And good luck with that, because I can't see how they can possibly enforce that.
Where?
Without in Canada.
Oh, Canada is a whole different country. I don't understand all their laws. I've never really studied Canada laws because I don't live in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But so, well, like I said, I was having a conversation with somebody earlier today, and it would take all of Congress to agree to get rid of our Second Amendment, which will never fucking happen. That's the only way to remove a amendment off the bill. But we live in interesting times, unfortunately. My buddy from the Army owns 3 gun shops. Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, because you know what happens next after that happens. Normally unenforceable laws suddenly start popping into existence because now they can enforce them.
I mean, how much of Canada is actually livable? I've always been kind of awed by that question.
Not as much as they want us to think. From what I hear, there's huge portions of it that are just,
the tundra
unused,
or whatever they call it.
You just, open wilderness, and I guarantee you people could survive there and probably do, but they just don't want anybody knowing.
Man, that's really too bad about your buddy there, Darren. The gun laws are.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I'm actually going to be going to, not Dick's, Bass Pro Shop to be looking at shotguns within the next couple weeks.
Yeah, before you make a purchase, just run it by me and I'll let you know if it's a good deal, etc. It's probably actually cheaper than what I'd be able to get it for. So there's always that. But
I just want something simple. Something simple right now for security.
Yeah.
Because I have nothing against people who have guns. I'm about ready to get a shotgun myself, but at the end of the day, I will always be more of an archer than I will be a gun guy. And as you said earlier, people like what people like,
Yep.
The area of Canada is the same size as. Whoa. Okay. So you said you're gonna wrap this up?
Yeah. I was just wanted everybody to get in their last little, info out there and stuff. We really appreciate you guys, sticking with us for almost 2 hours here. I've got to go make the little guy some dinner and get ready for.
Don't.
Well, your mom
Yes,
and get ready for our later this evening video, and we'll probably do this again tomorrow just because we can, and now we're just gonna flood the internet with hangout streams with you guys, just trying to find that right time. Plus I want to, tomorrow's Wednesday,
Yes.
so tomorrow's Gatekeepers, so the more practice I can get between now and Thursday, maybe I can actually host Thursday, since supposedly it was my idea more or less anyways. And I think I can handle this. I'm just not sure how to get more than 3 people in. There's a bunch of little icons underneath the screen here that show, different layouts of the screen. But I see for 3 people, but where does it go when there's more?
It's the same button, and it just separates us. Yeah,
Okay.
Tomorrow for Gatekeeper, the Shadow and Sun Hangout, that's a good title for you guys' show. Tomorrow for Gatekeepers, we are talking about the pros and cons of in-person gaming table versus gaming through the internet like Bruce does, or using platforms like Roll20, or there's a few other ones I can't think of off the top of my head, but we're going to be talking about that.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there for both, for that and Table Breakers on Thursday. Just sort of trying to get my thoughts together for both shows. They're not difficult topics, and I'm sure we all have plenty to say about that.
Well, I imagine, Darren. Most people say that about their the country they love, and I love my country, but I can lose the government. Yeah, you know, it's
Amen to that.
so. Everybody out there, if you haven't already subscribed, do so to Shadow and Sun. They are good people, and they can definitely use your love. Now, this is Shadow's show, so I'll let him end it. I just wanted to make sure you guys catch us tomorrow for Gatekeepers, then the next day for Table Breakers, and don't forget we also have Max Chill Stream on Friday night. Saturday, for those who wish to watch, Bruce will be hosting his game from most likely noon on to whenever. Then Sunday, you'll see me and these two doing our show where we'll be talking about the scientists. Then probably later on that day, I might do a second video where it's just going to be me and Derek to do the part 2 of a conversation with veterans. Now, I hope to see you guys throughout the week, and I'll leave the last 5 sentences to Shadow.
5 sentences, huh? Just 5? Oh, man, I think I used up 3 of them already. Thanks, guys. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us here and making us feel like we actually accomplished something besides, just twiddling our thumbs, babbling off the interwebs out there. We'll be back later tonight with the movie review. Then tomorrow I'll be doing a Gamma World review. Thursday we've got a craft. Friday an Arduino video. Of course, all the stuff you already mentioned. And then Sunday will be our Sunday show-off show where we show off all of the crafts we did this month, all 3 of them, because it was a short month for us. We're sort of cutting off a week because I'm giving him an extra week for his birthday month. So if just to make you make that face. So if you guys got any suggestions for what we should do for the little guy's birthday, because he's going to be a mighty 14. I don't know about you guys, but 14 was an absolutely stellar year for me as a kid. So many things changed, so many things got better, and it was just a wonderful year, and I want to make the same thing happen for him. So if you guys got any suggestions.
I think you ran out of sentences.
I'll never run out of sentences.
At 5.
Definitely 5. The movie review is called The Scientist. It is a
awful movie.
It is a C rating movie, which means it did make it to theater. It didn't make it to your local Blockbuster or Family Video. It went straight to what the fuck was I thinking TV.
GM Fritz, how the hell are you? Thanks for showing up right when we were shutting down the stream, man. I will definitely have to come over and hang out with you real soon because I missed your show. It's such a fun show. If you guys haven't seen the GM's Alcove, go over there, subscribe immediately. Use all your extra accounts, make up fake accounts. Go over there and just pump up his numbers because he is one of the coolest guys out there. Just go out there and well, wait a minute, no. Because if you guys all go over there, then I won't have to be able to get a word in edgewise. So just go over, sub, and then, no, I'm kidding. Of course, guys. I can't wait to see you guys all over there. Have a great week. I have to give the kid the Heimlich maneuver, apparently. So you guys have a great evening. We love you guys. Thank you so much for everything. And
depending on how you count things, because he did use a lot of run-on sentences, that could be up to maybe up to 15 sentences. If you were to split it up, not reasonably, because if you were to split it up reasonably, then you wouldn't have what you just did, but you would have, if you split it up the closest thing that you possibly could, knowing you'd have around 15.
So tonight, the part of Kai will be played by my son. Thank you guys for stopping in. We can't wait to see you guys later. Have a great evening. Enjoy your dinner, and
good night.
Bye, everybody.
You hit the end broadcast button.
Thank you.
Oh.